welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is, of course, Catmanjoe. Just got back from a very important business meeting, as I'm sure you can tell. But what is going on, folks? Welcome back to another brand new, fantastic video, guys. Today, of course, we're going to be going over, I guess, what can only be described, I guess, as the elephant in the room.
Is he really making a part 3?
I want to address
Look at him in part 1 there.
Get into addressing
Holy shit, man. He should rename himself Balding Man Joe. What the?
What is this?
Oh my. Ugh. What is that, man? What?
4J, I'm trying
I don't even know. What is that, man?
Persuade the masses.
He's making a part 3, guys. I don't know why he's doing this. Come on.
Those PlayStation fucking Bedrock questions, but what is this? This is you're robbing me. This right here this is robbing me of my money. I am not buying this, and you're not forcing me to. This is complete daylight robbery.
I'm shifting my mind to get around you.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is, of course, Catmanjoe, and welcome back everybody to another brand new video, guys. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a weird video to make, and I know it is, honest and openly, because why? That's the real big question. So, I know a lot of people obviously already know, of course. If you don't, I don't even know how. But you know, PlayStation 4 Bedrock Edition, it's out, of course. So, why make this video, Joe? Why make a video, you know, about everything the Legacy Edition needs to, I guess, get before PlayStation 4 Bedrock Edition comes out when it's already out? Well, the reason being, folks, was because of a file. I always plan for a third part, a trilogy of this little kind of series of everything the Legacy Edition needs before Bedrock Edition comes out. Since I started it, it was kind of a sub-series to my everything that you need to know about Bedrock Edition before it comes out series that I made that had a full trilogy as well. And it was just something that was sitting in the back of my mind wanting to make for a really long time, actually. For the past, what, 3-4 months, it's just been kind of sitting on my mind that I've really been wanting to make this video, guys. I've had the files all sitting there, the folder, because if you guys don't know, whenever I create content, I always keep a folder of things I'm going to add to it. And I only had now, of course, past tense, 2 folders left, one of which was for a part 4 of everything you needed to know about Bedrock Edition before it came out on the PlayStation 4, but that was totally irrelevant. There was not any real genuine sustenance to that actual video being made, and that kind of is out the window now. There's no point in that. But the other one, the other folder, was this video here. So here we are, guys. Now, for anybody is kind of curious to why I never made part 3, you know, just straight away, you know, right out, you know, as soon as I should have. The reason why was because part 1 I originally dropped, the part that you just saw myself with the skinhead and whatnot. That originally came out on November 12th. That was before Bedrock released. Bedrock released on December 10th, 2019, if you guys don't know. However, my part 2 released on December 3rd, 2019, so a week before the original actual, of course, release date of Bedrock Edition. So once Bedrock Edition released, I had the video in production. I was getting things ready. I had things ready. I just had to put everything together. And I normally leave about 2 or 3 weeks between every, you know, different, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3. But then, it, you know, it came out. So I was just like, okay, there's not really much of a point for this now, is there? But as the time, you know, as courses went on, it's kind of dawned on me that there still is, of course. So that's why we're here today. Now, I do want to just say we're going to be covering the last of the questions I had here. There's about 9 different questions. And I would like to also just plug right here right now that although this is, of course, part 3 and the final of this, I will be making a video kind of almost inspired by this little series here, because this little series was so enjoyable to make, and I loved hearing your opinions and your feedback and your ideas, the people from within the Legacy Edition community and what they wanted to be added before it ended, that I want to make a completely and utterly separate, I guess, video just I guess regarding everything that we do need to get fixed and everything that they should add also. Now, this is all about what they should add and what they could add, but the video that I want to make, of course, isn't going to be a big, you know, 3-part or whatnot, but it is going to be a video about just regarding what we do need to get added and what we do need to get fixed on PlayStation 4 Legacy Edition before they can just cut up your, just, I guess, shut shop and leave. Now, it looks like that's already happened, of course, as well. You know, 4J is no longer in development of Minecraft, of course, because they only developed the Legacy Editions, so there's very little to no likelihood that this would ever happen, that the things that we request or that I guess say in my video need to get fixed actually get fixed. But I still, regardless, want to make a video about it because it means a lot to me. So, as I said, guys, today we're going to go over, I guess, all the last of the questions that you guys asked me. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoy this. This video is being recorded at 2 AM. I'm really dedicated to this video. I wanted to make this video today, Thursday. It's now technically Friday, but nonetheless, guys, I really hope you enjoy it. And I want to just say thank you for those of you who did watch part 1 and part 2, and for those of you who actually submitted questions to be asked in part 3. So yeah, guys, enjoy. So the first question we have here of all the different questions we're going to be answering today is, I guess, from Hangry Cow YT. Such a unique and amazing name. Now, this question is asking they should add versions changers on Minecraft PlayStation 4, I guess, edition. Now, this is a good little suggestion for something to add. I'm guessing because it's kind of vague on the way that you actually ask the question, that they should add a version as in you can change what tile update you play on. I think it's a great idea. I've definitely myself said this before. However, I do think there would be some issues, of course, though, because again, you've got to think about the idea that if there was a different way to, I guess, change what update or title update you played on, say it was TU10, TU11, TU12, TU30, TU40, whatever it may be, lots of different things would be changed. For instance, way back in TU1 of Minecraft, way back in the old days, you couldn't even sprint or have a hunger bar. So, although it's a cool idea, I don't think it would work in theory because, for one, it would be a little bit strange for a lot of players, but for two, I think it would also probably break a vast majority of worlds if you think about it. However, I like the idea because with something like this, you could obviously, of course, reuse old seeds from way back in the old days. In a nutshell, it basically to revive all the old school Minecraft YouTubers that done all the old school seed showcases with some of the most amazing and gorgeous seeds that sadly, because of today's world generation and how it works, of course, in Minecraft, don't obviously work. I think it'd be an amazing little addition, and although it is a bit of a weird idea, I think it's a great idea specifically for that idea. So yeah. So this next question here comes from Potato, and it's a lovely name, I must admit. I love your name, bro. He says we need to have a chat and commands on Legacy Edition and a vivid view option. Now, by vivid view option, I'm guessing you mean a option to, I guess, change your, I believe it's called actual field of view, FOV. If you know, an FOV slider or a field of view slider would be an amazing little addition. I personally use it literally all the time, even though I don't really play Bedrock Edition that often, of course, on the PS4. When I do play it, I do like to have my field of view quite, you know, distantly, I guess, zoomed out, so that I can see more of the things going on around me. And plus, as well, whenever I'm doing parkour, like what you're seeing in the background right here, right now, it makes it look, yeah, I guess it makes it pretty much give you the impression that I'm going 10 times faster, supersonic speed almost, than I actually am. So I think a field of view option would be a pretty easy thing to add, but it would be a pretty awesome thing as well. The idea of commands on Legacy Edition, however, I don't know if that would work. Although it's a great idea, and I do think that definitely we would love and kind of need command blocks and, you know, be able to use commands. Honestly and openly, I just don't think it would run that smoothly. However, we do know, of course, they did actually, I guess, in the old days, plan on having command blocks in the game. Command blocks, the actual files were found. So they were going to be added, of course, but sadly they never got it. And having a chat option would be pretty good and pretty refreshing, sorry. For those of you who don't know, of course, and I'm sure a lot of players probably going to be commenting something like, you know, hey Joe, we've currently got a chat option on Legacy Edition, we can speak for game chat. Well, actually, you're wrong. You may not know, but they actually removed that feature a little while ago. I think it's in TU50 or TU40, which obviously, of course, sucks. I think being able to speak to players within your game, whether it is through texting or, I guess, through voice chat, is pretty much essential to any game. And I think removing it was a very terrible idea, and they should definitely... Excuse me, definitely add it back. I'm running out of air right now, guys. For the third comment on this video, we've got one from Dylan John Cahill. I think that's how I say his name. My apologies, bro, if I'm butchering it. He says barrier blocks. Pretty plain, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of could add a little bit more sustenance to that one. I like the idea of it. I think barrier blocks is something to be, I guess, necessary to get added to Legacy Edition. I feel like, of course, now that, you know, the Legacy Edition is, of course, over, pretty much has ended, why couldn't they just add it? Barrier blocks do exist in Legacy Edition. If you don't know, things like the battle maps or the minigame maps and whatnot, those invisible kind of barriers that stop you, that's what they are. That's barrier blocks, and they can get, I guess, modded in as well. I've got friends of mine, my friend Teddy and other people I know as well, they can actually mod in barrier blocks and they work pretty much perfectly fine. So I don't really see why they would never have actually added barrier blocks. I think it was kind of a wasted opportunity because it would be something that would be very easy to add. It's something that players have wanted for years, and it's something that would allow players to be able to do so many more amazing and wicked things because you could build so many more crazy and awesome things as well. So yeah, I think definitely barrier blocks should be added, of course. Dr. Alchemy says they need to add everything Bedrock has. Now, Dr. Alchemy, I'm sure you've played PlayStation 4 Bedrock Edition right now. I think you highly disagree. I think Bedrock Edition is not that great. It's quite overrated. Very overrated, in fact. I think the Legacy Edition is like the more smoother, more easy to handle and easy to understand kind of version of Minecraft. Bedrock Edition is a more unstable uncle of yours that you have that comes to every bar, you know, party or barbecue and brings the most wackiest foods, or in general just sits and drinks all the beer. Bedrock Edition is pretty obviously, I guess, buggy and a bit kind of weird, to be honest. I think the Bedrock Edition does have some useful things, such as, of course, you know, the opinion, of course, of the opinion. The option for you to get the observer block, of course, is it the observer block? I don't think so. Maybe it is an observer block. Maybe I messed myself up. I believe it is, though. The command blocks, etc., etc. I think that's kind of a cool thing that Bedrock Edition does have. However, Bedrock Edition is missing on a good few things as well, including, of course, the option to kick friends from your world, if they're griefing, if they're trolling, and a lot of other things right now that are kind of just pretty much ruining the game and its experience for other players. So I think although Bedrock Edition having, you know, quite a lot of good new things such as the bee stuff and whatnot is pretty cool, and, you know, Legacy Edition could definitely use that, I don't think it could use everything, but it's a great suggestion. The next one comes from Electric Nick, and he says they should add custom skins, commands, and proper dual wielding. Now, I love this comment because I 100% agree, right? Listen, custom skins is something that would be so damn easy to implement and so damn easy for us to be able to use that's unreal. However, this is of course a business. This is Microsoft we're talking about, guys. It's like EA, it's like Sony, the exact same. They own the game. They're not going to make something that they can make people, I guess, pay for, make it free. You know what I mean? If you don't know Bedrock Edition, you can customize, make your own custom skins. However, it's pretty buggy at the moment on PlayStation 4, but if it does work, you can only really do so much. It's kind of limited options, which of course really does suck. I wish they gave us a full arsenal of things that we could do and that we could use, being able to make our own heads, like a custom size or whatever it may be. Obviously, of course, there's some limitations, but sadly we don't have that. And I think custom skins being able to get imported into the Legacy Edition would be an amazing addition and an amazing feature to get added. Commands, we've already touched on that. I think it'd be an awesome thing to add. However, I don't know if it would work exactly essentially as we think it would, but I think it'd be something that could definitely be added. And proper dual wielding. I like the idea. I actually really love it. My good friend Ted with Teddy, I plugged her now twice in this damn video. Teddy actually made a video on how to dual wield in Minecraft. You can't actually do it without mods, of course, but when you do it with mods, it's pretty awesome. Holding two swords at once, or an axe, or a sword, or a shovel, and a pickaxe, whatever it may be. I mean, can you imagine how much more faster you'd be able to actually mine if you could hold an actual pickaxe and a shovel? You wouldn't have to switch hands every so often. You could just mine. Or if it's cutting down trees or killing enemies, whatever it may be, you could do so much more and multitask so much more easily. The next comment, or the next, I guess, question we got here, of course, is from King Momo. He says, also, I'll be honest, I only want mods. Now, King, man, I can't disagree with you, bro. I think mods is something everybody wants. I want. However, it is one of those things that does make things a little bit unstable. We're talking about mods that modify the game and how it runs, how it plays, and changes all the game mechanics and whatnot. It's something that does kind of make it quite a bit of a buggy mess. But I mean, yeah, I would love the option to be together. I would think payable mods would be an awesome little addition. I know some players would disagree to that, but I would prefer if 4J or Mojang made mods that were, I guess, usable and that were functioning and playable, as opposed to us being able to make our own mods. I think being able to make our own mods is awesome as well, and don't get me wrong, I think it's a cool idea. However, I think payable mods would be a little bit more better. Things like being able to make planes, or cars, or trains, like the big trains, or boats, or, you know, actual proper weather mechanics, whatever it may be. I think it'd be pretty awesome to have mods like that. However, of course, I think if they were made to be, you know, if you were able to be able to actually pay for them and whatnot, I think it'd be pretty fair, and it'd be a good little trade-off, of course, for something so awesome. The next suggestion we got here is from Emoji Lord, and he says, how about a creeper all-man disc? Now, listen, no. This is just a terrible idea. No. I know you're joking and all, but no. Just, we can't even joke about such a song. The Creeper All Man, like, just no. It killed me, honestly. I had it too much in my live streams, and it sucked ass, man. It was such a bad song. It's such a trash song. I hate to trash into too much, but it was, alright? The next suggestion we have here is from the Omega Storm, and he says, also let the mob limit be bigger. Now, I don't know what he's saying also to. I can't honestly recall what this was to. This was, you know, 3 months ago, guys. I've got no clue what he's saying also to. But I do agree 100%. I think having a much larger mob limit, you know, rather than the current mob limitations that we currently have, would be honestly incredible. And I think it's something that Legacy Edition has always needed, and it still does need as well. If you don't know, on Bedrock Edition, you do have an unlimited mob limit. You can spawn as many mobs as you want until your game crashes, basically. However, I don't really understand why they couldn't put on Legacy Edition. I think Legacy Edition with this kind of thing would be awesome. I love it if I wouldn't be restricted to every single time having to be able to only breed, you know, maybe 30 chickens. Maybe someone wants 50 chickens, alright? I want a lot of chickens, okay? So I think there shouldn't be a mob limit. I think Mojang or 4J or whoever would be in charge of this kind of action should understand that some players must and always want to open up their own KFCs, and they need more than 30 chickens, so make it so we can have 50, alright? We need bigger mob limitations. Malik Williams says, banner limits should be removed and hardcore mode should be added. I 100% agree. Banner limitations actually don't exist. It's kind of like a weird thing and all, but banner limits, as far as I'm aware, don't really exist within the game. They do exist, and you'll get told every so often if you put too many banners down that, hey, you've hit a max limitation, you can't place any more banners, whatever it may be. However, they don't actually exist. It's something that's kind of weird and a bit of actually almost a bug. Banner limitation shouldn't be there. There should be no limitation on banners, the same way there shouldn't be one on, you know, item frames or whatever else it should be. There should be unlimited of it, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to put a limit on it. Why limit someone's creativity? It's the same idea as, you know, giving a player only so many blocks to be able to use, or a, I guess, budget on things to be able to use. It's just so irritating and so stupid, because some players want to be very creative, and to do that they need to use a lot more materials than other people. So having unlimited of every sort of material is just essential, and I don't know why that's even a thing. And yeah, 100% I do agree with that. However, hardcore mode should be added. I think it's a cool idea and all, you know, a cool idea and a cool kind of concept, Malik. But I think, honestly and openly, I think, you know, Bedrock Edition is a better place for hardcore mode, because it just seems like that's where it should be. We currently have the mini games, I guess, of course, on the Legacy Edition. I think that's perfect where it is. Hardcore mode being on Legacy Edition would be pretty, you know, would be pretty cool in concept, but I don't really think it'd be a really, you know, viable option or usable kind of thing for all players, because if it's on Bedrock, it's just more universally better. But yeah, I like the suggestions, man. Thank you, bro. And the final question we've got here is from Electro Nick once more. Now, this was, again, a couple days after he commented the previous comment that I actually read, and he says, I think the Legacy Edition and Legacy is spelled incredibly badly. I think the Legacy Edition should get everything that the Java Edition has for a final update. Now, yeah, it's a cool idea. It's a great concept, and it is a great idea, bro. The only, you know, of course, obvious thing is, you know, we couldn't do that. Sadly, just wouldn't be a thing that would be able to get possibly added. I think, honestly and openly, they really messed up when they ended, I guess, when they ended the PlayStation 4 Bedrock Edition, because they had the opportunity to end it on such a high note. If I was working at 4J or Mojang or Microsoft or whoever was in charge of this at the back end, I would have been like, listen, this is a final edition of Minecraft, the old, you know, Legacy Edition. This is a final goodbye that they'll have for it. Let's give them one last update to remember. The same way they gave all the other Legacy Editions before they discontinued them, the update Aquatic. I think that we should have got the Busy Bees update with everything that came in that. I think we should have got barrier blocks. I think we should have got command blocks, observer blocks, whatever it may have been. I think we should have got a lot more than what we were given. We actually pretty much got nothing. In fact, we did get nothing except for a couple of bug fixes. And that was a real disappointment to me, guys. So yeah, I think 100% we should have got a lot more. I don't think we should have got everything that Java got, though, because Java is, you know, just leagues ahead in some, you know, to some extent. And I just don't really think that would have been a really great addition, because it would have been a little bit perhaps too much to add to an edition that was just about to end and finish off. But yeah, guys, that is all the questions. Honestly and openly, guys, I want to just say before in this video, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you guys went to enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be probably not that well received with some people. I'm sure there's going to be some criticism of, like, you know, why did you make this video or whatnot? What was the point? I'm sure there's going to be some people commenting like, hey man, this was just a pointless video and whatnot, because at the end of the day, we know these things will never get added. Well, listen, I wouldn't count my, you know, my eggs before they hatch or whatnot, or whatever the saying is or whatnot. You never know, you know what I mean? We don't know how things like this works. You know, we could eventually see one more update get brought to the PlayStation 4, I guess, Legacy Edition, and I would personally love to see that, because there's a lot of bugs and errors that still exist within that edition of Minecraft that just genuinely need to be fixed in order for it to, I guess, be able to rest in peace to some extent. And this is why I liked enjoying, and this is why I enjoyed making this series, because I got to speak about something I'm very, very, very involved in, and it's something I'm very, very, very proud of, which is, of course, the Legacy Edition of Minecraft. I've been playing this edition of Minecraft since it came out. Excuse me, and run the auction. But since day one of Legacy Edition's release, way back in 2012, I was playing it. I was there on day one. I remember being the first one to play with my friend Stuart. Not the first one in the entire world, but on day one, as soon as it was available, I remember playing it with my friend Stuart. And dude, it was just an incredible game, honestly. And that's why I have so much respect and love for the, you know, I guess, entire Legacy Edition community. And that's why I wanted to make this little series and continue this all the way to the end and finish off the entire trilogy. But yeah, guys, as always, if you guys did go to enjoy today's video, and if you really did go to enjoy it, please be sure to drop a like. And of course, guys, drop a comment, let me know what you thought about it. And if you guys, of course, can, please be sure to share it. I'm undoubtable that this video will probably underperform, because this video is of course regarding something that is already out. It doesn't really hold up to the time. It's not like a fine wine that ages very well. This is something that you know, this point in time really feels kind of weird to make, but I just really wanted to finish it off, guys. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys did go to enjoy it, please be sure to subscribe. We're currently marching our way right now, guys, to 35,000 subscribers, and honestly, folks, I mean the entire world to me. And as I said, let me know what you guys thought of this video. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did watch part 1, part 2, and part 3, thank you incredibly a lot. And if you just watched part 3, perhaps consider checking out part 1 and part 2. They were really awesome videos. And here's hoping, guys, that maybe 4G one day, or Mojang or Microsoft will hear these videos, get to hear our opinions on it, and maybe, just maybe, change something. Whoever knows, guys. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching today's video, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you guys are. And yeah, guys, peace out.